this just breaking as we're talking. Arthur, they just charged him with murder in the first degree. I think are they listening to us right now? Is it? Did we persuade them that second degree wasn't good enough?
I will look at the subsections. It would be interesting to see if, obviously we know he's not a cop, fireman, EMT, or anything, peace officer. I don't know if he was about to go testify at a congressional hearing or some sort of a trial, because I do know if you kill a witness. So I don't know exactly what theory of murder in the first degree they're going to be looking for, or maybe they're just overcharging and see if it get, what sticks, and if they want to lower the charge. But a grand jury would have to approve the murder in the first degree charge.
That's what happened. They said that he was indicted by a grand jury on murder in the first degree, charged with 11 counts, including murder in the first degree, 1 count of murder in the first degree, 2 counts of murder in the second degree, per the Washington Post. So they did it. There's got to be a reason why they were able to increase it. And I have to say, thank God. Thank God. There's no way this guy should be getting out after 32 years. Bullshit. He cut this guy down in the prime of his life. 16-year-old, 18-year-old son, running a big company, self-made, didn't come from any sort of money, Brian Thompson. These cretins who are celebrating it are absolutely disgusting. We saw a poll showing 41% of 18 to 29-year-olds approve of Luigi's behavior. More than the number who disapprove, which was just 40%. So not by much, but they do. And so here's the question I have for you, Geragos. Knowing that if you actually do get hired by Luigi, like someone in your family did, do you go for jury nullification? You try to stack the jury with young people, and you try at every turn to get in the terrible misdeeds of the insurance industry. And when you get an objection from the prosecution that is totally irrelevant to the trial, you try to sneak it in however you can. Even if it gets stricken, you make the jury hear it, and you hope one of those young people is in that 41%.
There you go, channeling your pro-ho again. Just when I thought we had gotten to kind of you centered and being more moderate, you just go
not
off.
on Luigi. I am definitely
return to
very
your roots.
pro him going to jail forever.
I'm not going to go as far as Dickie and tell you that I've seen no evidence, but I don't know what the evidence is, but I will tell you, whenever somebody argues about jury nullification, I'm always a little leery about that. There's always the overcharging by prosecutors. I don't hear people, protesting or being upset when prosecutors overcharge. A defense lawyer has a duty, and that's to zealously defend. It's different. It's a different duty than the prosecutor. The prosecutor is supposed to seek justice. Now, what you call jury nullification, I'm sure, I would guess, there's going to be a robust exploration of the mental state of this young man if the facts are as simplistically and powerfully overwhelming as you've described them. I just don't know that yet. But if they are, as a defense lawyer, the first thing you do is you look at the evidence that the prosecution has. At the same time, you walk and chew gum, and you take a look at exactly what the mental state of your client is. And that's the important thing to do as a defense lawyer. And you don't get swayed by kind of one side or the other. And you're not looking necessarily, when people talk about jury nullification, I always say, well, yeah, there's only 2 things that are not appealable in the criminal law. One is a not guilty verdict, as Arthur mentioned, and the other is a presidential pardon. So those are the 2 kind of escape hatches. That's what our Constitution is based on. And I don't call it jury nullification. I call it not guilty.
For those of us holding our breath for the past several months as we came up to this election, we can finally exhale. Work can at last be done on the major issues this country's facing, one of the most significant being our national debt. The fact is, we're broke, and that debt is a house of cards for our nation that cannot be quickly dismantled. So the strategy remains the same. You might want to diversify your savings. This is why I want to tell you about Birch Gold. So many things are out of our control, out of our president's control. So it can be important to have a safe haven for your savings. Birch Gold Group can help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold. And the best news is it does not cost you 1 cent out of pocket. Text MK to 989898 to get your free info kit. Plus, right now, you will receive a free 1-ounce silver eagle coin for every $5,000 purchased. Protect your savings with Birch Gold. Text MK to 989898 and claim your eligibility for free silver today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.